Justin Trudeau letting ideology get in the way of facts. I'm Brian Lilly with TheRebel.media. The Three Amigos Summit is happening in Ottawa this week, and on the sidelines, a state visit by Mexico's president, Enrique Peña Nieto. This is a man who is coming to Canada with the expectation that Justin Trudeau and his federal Liberals will lift the visa requirement for Mexican nationals wishing to visit Canada. Why is there a visa requirement, you may ask, of one of our NAFTA partners, one of our closest trading partners? Well, simply put, it's because just like the United States has been dealing with illegal Mexican immigration for years, about 10 years ago, Mexico started to become a problem for Canada. Check out this chart from Immigration Services Canada. It shows that in 2001, there were just 1,700 Mexicans claiming refugee status in Canada. By 2007, that had shot up to 7,226. In 2008, it was 9,527, and in 2009, 7,607. That was the year that the Conservatives brought in a visa for any Mexican national wishing to travel to Canada. Now, the Liberals have long opposed this, even though it shut down illegal Mexican attempts to use the refugee system as a way to get into the country. Essentially, these were economic migrants trying to come to Canada using the refugee system. Just look at the numbers for 2010. It dropped down to 1,200 Mexicans claiming refugee status in this country. That's a far cry from almost 10,000. At their peak, Mexicans were between 25 and 33% of all claims of refugee asylum claimed in Canada. That is a staggering number. But the Liberals had promised to get rid of this, and Catherine McKenna, the Environment Minister, has said this is an election promise that we made to the Mexicans. We've got to keep it. Well, excuse me, Minister, but Mexicans don't vote in this country unless they are also Canadian citizens, and if they're Canadian citizens, they should put the interests of this country first, not the interests of Mexico first. The Immigration Department has warned Justin Trudeau and the Liberals against making this move. They have decided to go forward anyway. One Liberal official speaking with the Globe and Mail said, well, this is just because these immigration officials have been working with the Conservatives for so long. That's not the case. You speak to any Conservative official that dealt with immigration in those years, they will tell you the department remains fairly liberal, but they take the issue of bogus refugees seriously, because a bogus refugee takes away from a real refugee that needs the system that we have in place. The Liberals are claiming that they will be able to manage this, but the fact is they are doing this for political reasons. They're trying to appeal to certain demographic groups, certain voting blocs. They're trying to show that they're far more caring than the Conservatives ever were. But is that really the case, or is it simply that they want to show that they're different than Stephen Harper? Because the fact of the matter is that unless you are in one of the war-torn areas that are controlled by the drug cartels, then you have no reason to come to Canada and claim refugee status. And let's face facts. In 2007, 2008, and 2009, when this was becoming a big issue, the drug wars had not developed to the stage that they have been for the last several years. This is all about Justin Trudeau trying to show that he's different than Stephen Harper. It has very little to do with the facts, very little to do with the evidence, everything to do with feelings. It's bad news for Canada, it's bad news for real refugees, but good news for Mexicans that just want to jump the border at the Rio Grande and run as fast as they can for Windsor across the border from Detroit.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of The Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.